It always like catches you by surprise.
I was just eating the ice off the bottom of the can. Nobody saw that though.
You can catch Lindsay at her best when the
always
image first comes on. It was
watch next week. I'm just gonna be like,
yeah, exactly. Waiting patiently for it to
Probably not.
start. What's up, everybody? Happy January 11th, Thursday.
I thought you were gonna say something, and I was like, did I miss something?
It's a whopping 47 degrees outside here in Phoenix. It's a little chilly.
It made me cold.
We'll go out and cover our
My
plants.
plants are not happy.
They're not happy.
Not happy.
Not
I
happy.
think I
at
may
all.
have lost my basil.
Well, after today.
Well, there was an incident with
So-
the wind.
So at
and
one point today, I look out in the backyard and there's probably, I don't know, 50-mile-an-hour gust outside.
my
and
basil's halfway across the yard.
Flower pots all over the yard, sheets everywhere. It was like a
Yeah.
massacre.
It's bad.
It was horrible.
My pot is broken, but it's still together, so I think we'll be okay.
Yeah.
But my basil is not.
I think it's salvageable.
The new one, no. The old one, maybe.
No.
He still
I don't
has
think
some
so.
little plant, little leaves. The other one,
Not
it's
happening.
Not happy.
Oh, well, shit happens. Especially when the wind kicks up. You never know what's going to happen.
Well, and it's supposed to be what? 20.
28's going down.
Oh.
Yeah. Kind of chilly.
That just made me go.
So much for that global warming.
Man,
Keep
that
it
means I'm
coming.
gonna have to actually turn the heater on for you.
Probably. I don't know why I get so cold. It's weird. I never used to. Damn Arizona weather.
It's great.
Thin my blood.
All I ever know, and I'm sitting here keeping it at 64, and Keith's like, it's cold.
Right. So what's happening, everybody? Good to see everybody. Hi, Rumble out there in Rumble Land.
The
Good to
rumblers.
see you guys.
Well,
Fun show tonight. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be
very interesting.
yeah, something different, a little bit different.
How did we end up here? Do you remember? I don't remember how we ended up here.
I don't know. It's probably one of my brainiac ideas.
No, I think it was mine, actually. I said we should do both of them. Were we talking about it last?
She likes her red lipstick too.
It doesn't come off.
Doesn't come off.
Look.
She can kiss me and I don't have red lipstick on my cheeks and nothing
It's
like
super
that.
nice.
It's nice. Where's good?
It's from my Tazy. It's a great thing. Look, it doesn't even come off
did you
my
really
cup.
just
or
do
nothing.
that?
You want me to do the bottle thing again?
No, that's all right. We'll not go there. We already have video evidence of that. So no, I think we talked about doing an episode, kind of staying in tradition of New Year's resolutions. And
Is that how it started?
yeah, because everybody talks about, what did we talk about a couple weeks ago? Everybody goes back to the gym, they want to get healthy, they want to get fit,
the gym's
and
terrible.
everyone wants to eat right, lose weight, the blah blah blah, the whole story. But we also talked about how
because it's cheaper. That's what started it.
right
Oh, it's so expensive to eat healthy.
to eat healthy, right?
Which I agree. It is. I mean, I don't know, because groceries just suck right now.
Yeah, right. Well, yeah.
So-
right now is not a good gauge. I don't think.
I know.
but-
I'm like, I don't know if it's any better. It's just awful.
So what we did, for those of you that may have watched part 1 and part 2 of this, we cooked 2 different meals. Well, I should say Lindsay cooked 2 different meals.
Same meal.
Same meal, but we cooked using fresh
Fresh?
ingredients on one and
Processed.
pre-made, I guess you would say.
I'd say
in a
processed,
sense,
period.
Ingredients on the other meal. And we wanted to see, we want to answer a few questions. We want to know,
Is it cheaper?
Is it cheaper?
Does it take less
Does
time?
it take less time? Is it more available?
Is it yummier?
Right. Is it yummier? So it was an interesting experience. For those of you that got to see part 1 and 2, we're going to talk about the results tonight. And we even talk about how the meals tasted, because obviously you didn't get to see that on the video.
They both smelled
So,
really good.
They did. They both really did.
Wish you had smell
They
vision.
both
They were
didn't
really
taste
good.
very good though. But we'll get to that. We'll talk about that. And we give a quick shout out to our sponsors, Americano Ammunition Coffee.
You're talking about cold. Now you're making me like I'm cold right now.
I know.
I have shivers. I was fine.
It's
Now
chilly.
you're making me cold.
It's chilly.
I know. It's
Okay.
not. I was fine.
So best coffee in Arizona, you can order online at www.ammoandcoffee.com. They will ship to you. So it's kind of exciting. And shout out to our friends at Practical, Tactical, and Prep for all your prepping, ammo, and pretty much anything you need. They have body armor.
And if they don't have
you
it,
name it.
they'll find it for
They'll
you.
find it for you. Go shop online for them at www.practacprep.com or go visit them. They're over in Mesa.
Can they ship you ammo and stuff?
I think ammo they can. Why not? Other companies ship ammo.
Mm.
They probably won't ship you guns, but they'll
No,
ship
because you have to
ammo.
go in and like
Yeah.
But you can order it.
You can order
then go
it.
pick it up.
Yeah, and go pick it up for sure. Then good shout out to our friend Mr. Eddie Prest with Stay 48 plates for your body armor needs. Go check his site out. You probably want to go see him in person because he takes the time to fit you properly and make sure you can bounce.
You can buy it online and probably pick it up at a show.
You probably could. Speaking of shows, there's a gun show this weekend in Santan over the Big Ten Cotton Gin.
And all three of those guys will be there.
They'll be there. Yes.
Guys and gals. Sorry, coffee girls.
Saturday and Sunday, right? They'll be there.
Sure.
It's not Friday, is it?
It's Saturday and Sunday.
Okay, yeah. We might have to stop.
Why did you make me doubt?
Because I was thinking the Crossroads one, because Crossroads is
Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Well, that thing's ridiculous.
So, yeah, kind of threw me off.
Yeah, we can go Saturday, Sunday, see the guys.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
I mean, I could, buy some stuff.
Go stop. You never know. Sheriff Lamb might be there. Go say hi. He's running for Senate.
I know he's running for Senate. I'm aware that he's running for Senate. I already have a video of him.
I know. And don't forget, we are on Spotify. We are actually moving up on Spotify. It's going pretty good. And on Apple Podcast, if you want Coffee Table Chronicles to go with your coffee, there you go.
Did you put our cooking ones on there?
Not yet. No, I did not. I will. There's a little thing called work during the day.
I know it gets in the way.
Tends to get in the way.
That's why I don't get to do anything, because I have to go to work.
That is true. So I'm going to do our new layout.
I was going to say it didn't do it. Oh, you have to choose it.
Hey,
look, it puts you in the right spot and everything. You don't have to move it over on your own.
StreamYard's getting good.
Wow, that's pretty fancy.
Adding all these really cool features. Very cool.
You just like the new toys.
I do. It's fun. Electronics. It's good.
Me.
So I wanted to tell John. John and I were talking earlier.
Oh God.
I'm not drinking this month, so I'm not going to start drinking until February. But I found a tea.
Oh my God. It's hot tea. So good.
And it's called Bourbon Brew. And it's really good. What did you say it smelled like the other night? You said it smelled like an old fashioned.
It smelled like an old fashioned. When you first make it hot like that, it smells like an old fashioned. And then when it's cold, because we had some left over and put it in the fridge, it tastes like caramel. It's so yummy. So this is from Old Barrel Tea Company. They're one of my favorite places to go. It's all real bourbon is better. We know that, John. But it's all natural. It's super good. They have tons of good stuff.
Yeah.
But this is supposed to taste like butterscotch, oak, and vanilla. You can definitely do the butterscotch caramel stuff, and then the oak you can do immediately. And it smells like a smoked old fashioned. That's what it tasted like. Yeah. So it's got American oak wood chips, purité, sweet corn kernels, and then natural flavors with red rubiois.
Very good. Very good tea. So
wish I had smell-o-vision again.
Good stuff. I know, right? So I just had to bring that up.
It's yummy.
All right, let's do some memes of the week.
Memes. Why do I think of our girl? Every time.
You're probably right.
Oh.
I figured you'd love that.
I want to do that.
His HOA told him he could not fly the American flag in front of his house due to HOA bylaws and because somebody might get offended. So he did this. That's pretty cool.
Actually, federal law, you have to do it anywhere. So
I know,
but that's cool. That's rednecking, be rednecking.
Rednecking, be rednecking. Love it.
With the Firebird in the back. It's good stuff. Yeah. It's good stuff. Me watching crap unfold after everyone said I was crap. Ha! Yep.
Right.
100%. Just sitting
back,
sitting and watching.
Sitting back, watching it all fall apart. Gotta love it.
So I was crazy for not wanting to get okay.
Careful.
I just was.
If you want me to trust the science, then stop telling me that this is a man, this is a woman, this is an expert, this is healthy. Right?
I'm good, thanks. That's terrifying.
Which part?
All
of it? The whole slide?
The least terriblest part is the 7-year-old girl.
Yeah. Wow.
Oh, which one? I'm so sorry. The brown hair one.
Veta von, whatever her freaking name is.
Schnitzenfritzel.
Schnitzenfritzel. I like this. I think I sent that to you guys. 2024 bingo.
New Q post. Big Mike. Ooh. Hillary indicted. Cyber pandemic. 9/11 all over again. Nuclear standoff. MSN fed assets exposed. COVID 2.0. Fast food ew,
Fast food what?
bug burgers. Ew.
Oh, is that when we're all going to start eating crickets? Isn't that what that whole thing is about?
Crickets are fine. I just want to
No.
know what it is.
They're not fine. What the hell are you
My
doing?
ear itches.
Apparently so. Good Lord.
2020 election overturned. Black Swan is your middle one. The storm tweet, supply chain disruption, U.S. earthquake disaster, aliens. I like how aliens is the biggest one. Like nobody's going to be upset by that. Fauci indicted, terrorist attack on parade.
Right.
George Soros dies, giant meteor, Biden impeached, internet blackout, Taiwan invaded, and 2024 election postponed. That's great. Oh, I like that one.
That'd be bad.
That's good. Postponed.
It's kind of funny.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Bidenomics in a nutshell, right? I think I sent this to the group last week. Pretty funny.
So is your phone charging itself?
It's not plugged into anything, so it's not doing anything.
Well, I mean, but it's going to pull electricity out of the charger.
I love this one. I showed you this one the other day. Meet Suzanne, the woman who will beat the billionaires into space without a rocket. Yep. Thank God it's not flammable.
Suzanne has no ass.
That's what you got out of that picture?
That's what I got out of that picture.
That works. I'm good
She
with
looks
that.
like a frog standing up.
It's funny. Our dog ate my Scrabble game. Now his poop makes more sense than you.
As she smiles and goes,
That's funny.
mm-hmm.
She looks like Mr. Ed.
Oh, you put it in there twice.
I don't know why
You
I
just
put
had to
it
do it twice?
Yeah.
You just really felt like it needed to be in there
Had to
twice?
fill a spot, so you know.
I had a good one. We should never forget that the Constitution wasn't written to restrain citizens' behavior. It was written to restrain the government's behavior. I don't know who that is, but he's got good hair.
Let that sink in. Just let that sink in.
That's what I got out of
Rand
that.
Paul.
Okay. Before coffee, I hate everyone. After coffee, I feel good about hating everyone.
That's kind of you, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, a little bit.
Although I don't really feel bad before
No,
coffee that I hate.
you always feel
No, not really.
okay about hating
Pretty much
people.
good about
Oh,
it.
that's good.
I've accepted it. I've, moved on. It's good stuff. Okay.
All right, jumping into our show. So
Here we
we're
go.
going to talk about processed food. So, want to kick off with a little bit of a definition of what processed foods is, because maybe people have a misconception about what processed food is considered. So.
According to the Department of Agriculture, processed food are any raw processed foods.
Or
See,
any
you
raw
do
agricultural
crap like that to
commodities
me.
that have been washed, cleaned, milled, cut, chopped, heated,
Heated,
pasteurized,
pasteurized,
bleached, cooked.
Blanched,
Is it
cooked,
blanched?
canned,
Bleached,
frozen,
too.
dried, dehydrated, mixed, or packed.
Yep.
Anything done to them that alters their natural state. This may include adding preservatives, flavors, nutrients, and other food additives or substances approved for use in the food products such as salt, sugars, and fats.
So basically anything you get outside of the produce section falls under this category.
So essentially, I hate to say it, is our chicken, our raw chicken we get from the deli, considered processed?
I think it would be because it's prepped.
It's cleaned,
It's
milled, cut,
cleaned, milled, yep.
chopped, heated. Well, it's not heated,
It is.
but
It
okay.
is.
So even your fresh, interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. But but again, is your broccoli then? Fresh broccoli's cut.
It is cut. But
It's
processed to
processed?
what degree? There's different degrees
Exactly.
of
That's what I'm saying.
process.
So technically, by this definition, it's
it
processed.
is processed, right?
Because I didn't pluck it out and snap the chicken's neck myself.
That's right. And you defeather it and everything else.
Can we do that?
You can. You can do whatever you want.
I can get chickens.
No. You can go to somebody's house and do it.
I go to somebody's house and crack their chicken. That's just not right.
Processed foods can range from foods that are prepped for convenience, such as cut vegetables, roasted nuts, fresh blueberries, to foods with added ingredients for texture and flavor.
Okay, so it is. It is.
So there is a degree.
Yep. Because literally everything you get from the grocery store is going to then be processed in some
In some
way
sense,
or
yeah.
manner.
In some sense.
Yes.
Yeah, unless you're out in the field picking fruits. And
Exactly.
vegetables, so.
Foods with added flavors can include sweeteners, spices, oils, colors, and even preservatives. Ready-to-eat foods are more heavily processed, such as deli meat, crackers, crackers,
Potato
potato chips. Crackers and potato chips. The mostly heavily processed food would be the ready to eat meals.
Which
So
is,
like our Lunchables that we had growing up. I know those were super healthy.
oh yeah, so
Oh, okay. I'll have to check it out.
state 4 processed foods are the dangerous ones. Those are probably the most, I would think.
Those are
heavily-
probably like the
heavily
ready to eat
processed.
ones.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So, I mean, you're always going to have a stage 1 process because, like you said, we're not picking that broccoli off the plant ourselves. It is
Right.
cut, it is cleaned, it is whatever. So definitely that's going to be scary. I'm just saying Lunchables were great.
There's a lot of, I mean,
Pop-Tarts.
look about like the ramen noodles and
Hey, I
the
lived
cup
on
of
those in
soups and
school.
stuff like that. We all ate that shit growing up, right? I mean, you know,
So there was this thing
even
I
as
was
adults,
reading. There was this thing I know they're yummy. There was this thing I was reading that the noodles in the ramen noodles stay in your stomach for like
probably it's like a Twinkie.
months.
It probably sits around for.
Hey, Twinkies are delicious. They're really good frozen. Food myths.
So these are some of the myths that surround what we consider fresh versus processed.
Okay. Convenience. Processed foods take less time to prepare. Availability. Processed foods are more readily available. What do you mean in that way? Like I can go to the store and pick it up?
Means you can go find Quaker oatmeal
Oh, yeah. They're ready. Yeah.
pretty much any time.
Yeah.
But you can go to the store and there not be eggs.
Nah.
They could be out of broccoli. They could be out of
Stage 1 apples,
lettuce.
stage 2 sliced apples, stage 3 unsweetened apple sauce, stage 4 apple pie with the fat. Oh, okay.
Yeah, we'll talk
get
about
that.
We'll talk about that a little bit later.
That
on,
makes
too.
sense, though. Yeah, because essentially anything is going to be processed. Like
Right.
you didn't pluck it off the tree.
Right.
Affordability. Processed foods tend to be cheaper than raw foods.
Hmm.
Okay.
Interesting.
Okay. Processed food additives. Are these from ours?
No,
Or are these just in
no,
general?
not necessarily from
Just
ours,
like
but
top-
these are just most
Does that
common.
say butylated?
Yeah,
It does.
it's actually butylated, but
Butylated.
these are the most common additives that are found in foods,
Okay.
processed foods that you buy.
Monosodium glutamate,
MSG.
MSG, added as a flavor enhancer.
Right.
Didn't know. Artificial sweeteners, aspartame and saccharine, 200 times sweeter than sugar. So, yeah.
That's crazy too.
BHT, butylated hydroxytoluene, BHA, butylated hydroxyanisole.
Sure, those are the scientific names.
Sure. Added to preserve taste and color. Okay.
Carrageenan.
Used as a stabilizer and to thicken. Okay.
So it's probably for your like prepackaged, like your mashed potatoes probably have it.
Okay.
Your, probably your packaged soups, right? Might have it.
Oh, that's
help
true. Your
thicken it up.
gravies.
Right. So when you add water, it's not helps thicken it.
Um,
That's kind of what I would think.
Doesn't cornstarch do that?
Probably.
Okay. High fructose corn syrup, HFCS. And there you go. Trans fat help increase shelf life. Really?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Interesting.
Bourbon is only stage 3. Maybe stage 2. Oh no, it'd be a stage
No,
3er.
it'd be stage
It'd be
three.
a stage 3er.
Yeah, I would think.
Yeah. Because you got to pluck the stuff. You got to put it in the thing. Yeah, I'd say it's 3. Sodium nitrate, preservative.
Preservative. Yeah.
What's the salt? That makes sense. Potassium bromate,
Bromate.
used to create volume. Ooh, specifically in processed breads.
So I wondered about that. So you know when we make bread at home, we make that loaf of bread, right?
Yeah.
The loaf always comes out short, right? It's always short. It
Kind
rises,
of short and stumpy. I mean,
but,
it rises and it's fluffy, but it's not like
but when you buy Wonder Bread or
it's a big slice of bread.
it's a whole, it's huge. They're loaves of bread. So I wonder if that's what that does. It gives volume to
I
make
always
it.
kind of
to
thought they
make it
just
look
put more
bigger.
yeast in it.
I don't know. Maybe.
Because yeast farts and that's what makes it bubbly and that's what makes it big.
And thanks, Dr. Lindsay, for that explanation.
That's what it does.
Appreciate that. So yeast farts, folks. In case you wanted to know.
Essentially, that's what it does.
You know,
yeast makes gases, it makes it raise.
it explains that's why you were good as a nurse, because you can speak to the patient's levels.
Yeast farts and it makes your
can-
bread fluffy. And they're like, oh, okay.
You can take it down to their level. You don't have to talk medically to anybody. So that's great. That's awesome.
Oh my goodness.
So xanthan gum uses a stabilizer and to thicken. So
the same thing as Carrageenan.
Carrageenan, yeah, same thing.
Why do we need two things to do the same thing?
It's just different processes that they use.
All righty. The experiment.
All right. So this talks about what we did on those two videos. So we were going to cook two identical meals, one using fresh ingredients, one using processed ingredients, which if we want to really split hairs here, we can say that even what we consider fresh was really processed.
And more processed.
I'm going to say lightly processed versus heavily processed. Okay. So
There
we
you
did
go.
two different meals. We're going to compare the cost between the two, compare the ingredients between the two, prep time between the two, and compare leftovers. So, when you buy all that fresh produce or the minimally processed foods
Yes.
versus what comes in a package, what's the comparison? What's left over?
The
So
level
that's-
1 foods.
Right. Level 1 versus level 4s. What's
Yeah, I like
see, I like that. Catching on quick.
I know, right? Okay. We're good?
Yep.
Hey, we didn't talk about our shirts, by the way.
Oh yeah. New swag, new shirts.
You're like, oh,
I forgot
do you
about
like
that.
my shirt?
Should I do a close up?
Do a close up.
I gotta go back to our single
Oh.
view. Hold on. There we go. So Lindsay got the colored one. I got
Hold
just
on.
the black and
Oh,
white.
this way.
So
It takes a minute to realize which way you gotta go.
thanks to our good friend at Tricker Thread who helped us out.
Oh,
Hooked
he
us up
didn't
with
put
some-
his thingy on
No,
it.
he didn't.
Oh.
Got to yell at him for the next batch to let him do it. So yeah, we kind of like the simplicity of the logo. Might even make this our new logo. So
I don't know. Yeah, I like it.
I do like it. It's very simple.
I don't know if I like the color one or the white one better, though.
I want to see it on one of the green shirts with black. How he does his normal shirts. That's what I want to see.
Like that.
'Cause those
tan
look
green,
sharp.
Those are
Yeah,
nice.
those look really sharp when he does those. So we'll have
What about
to
an orange shirt?
next batch. We'll have to talk to him about that. You could orange with black lettering. Could do that. You look like
That'd
a
be
pumpkin. But, hey. What?
Really? You gotta make it like that, man. Oh, what do we decide that we're doing for Valentine's Day? We're getting rid of it and making a second Halloween.
Making a second Halloween.
Who's in with me?
Somebody posted that. I don't know who
I
posted that.
know.
That was pretty funny.
I don't know where it was, but
But-
I'm there. Let's do it.
Go for it. I'm all for it.
I'll tell Sandra, hey, by the way, we voted it in. You weren't there.
I'm behind you.
The shopping list. Oh, there you go.
That's the book. Metabolic. Okay. The War in the Lives of Processed Food, Nutrition, and Modern Medicine.
I've heard of him.
Have you?
Dr. Lustig, that name sounds familiar.
We should.
I'm with you.
100%.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
I'll do it.
When
I'm
is
there.
Is the show on Valentine's Day
I
by
don't know.
chance? Are we lucky enough to get that? Almost. Show's the day after.
Oh, then we should.
Yeah, we should do that. That might be kind of cool.
Mike,
you
you
want
ready?
to come on the show, Mike? We'll talk about that. That'd be fun. We should do that.
He's like, oh crap, now I gotta get ready.
I'm always game for somebody else coming up with our topics. It makes it easier.
You look at my traveling that week? That'd
All
be
right, so
great.
let's talk about the shopping list. Let's talk about what we actually
Okay.
bought.
So we made, well, let's talk about what we made.
Okay.
If you didn't watch the videos. So we made chicken, broccoli and cheese, and mashed potatoes. However, that turned about, that was our end meal. So chicken breasts, chicken, broccoli, and cheese, and then mashed potatoes. So something simple, something easy that anybody could make, anybody would make, not anything crazy. We also tried to keep it fairly cheap, since we're making two meals of the same stuff. We didn't want to get crazy.
So let's talk a little bit about video 1 versus video 2. So
In what aspect? Like that I
so-
was terrible and I may or may not have made a mess.
well, beside the
In
milk,
one of them.
the milk boiling over, that's kind of funny.
Fine.
So prep time. Would you say meal 1 or meal 2 took more prep time?
Prep time before I cook, or
Yes.
prep time
Before you cooked?
1 for sure.
Okay.
Took more time.
Okay.
Because I actually had to cut the chicken from the chicken breasts. I actually had to cut up the broccoli. I had to slice and cook and then mash the potatoes. So definitely more kitchen time than 2.
Right. And cook time. Because I think we were
Well,
at
because
30 minutes.
and we were screwing around. I should have done the potatoes first. I really wasn't thinking time frame wise. I was just kind of
But again,
putzing around.
you were the whole purpose of having you do it by yourself was to represent those single moms,
Yep.
those single dads.
Well, and
you
not
know,
even single dads, but the one person cooking.
or whoever cooks in the family.
One
right.
person cooking instead of multiple people in there helping out. Yeah, it definitely was. You have to kind of think about how you're going to do it. If I was trying to save time, I should have started with the potatoes, and I didn't. I started with the chicken. So it's just that probably would have saved me 2-3 minutes maybe.
Well, because honestly, if you and I both tackled that first meal together, we probably could have almost matched the time of the second
Yep.
meal, I would think.
Yeah, because there was 2 people doing
Right.
it.
Because there's 2 people doing it.
Because while you were
so-
cutting chicken, I could have been doing potatoes.
and broccoli.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So that matters. It matters how many people in the household you have cooking.
Well,
So,
you only have one
100%.
person who can cut at a time.
that's true, too.
You have
Well,
2 people who can cut. It makes it kind of easy.
Not necessarily. I mean, people can cut.
But that's what I'm saying. Like if I have multiple people, then it makes it easier, of
Right,
course.
right.
So
Okay.
yeah, there was definitely more time.
Now let's talk about the taste. Or you want to talk about leftovers first?
It wasn't a face. Okay, maybe it was a face.
You want to talk about leftovers? or
So about
taste?
leftovers. So
Okay.
from the first meal, so clearly you can see I did not take a picture of the second meal. I am so sorry. Yeah, epic fail. So for the second meal, we did a bag of Tyson chicken, pre-cooked, already sliced chicken. For the second meal, we did a bag of broccoli and cheese,
It
like
was
steamer
Green
bag.
Giant, I think.
Yeah,
Wasn't it
Green
Green
Giant,
Giant?
the
Yeah,
steamer
broccoli
bag
cheese.
ones.
Yep.
And then we did a box of like the mashed potatoes. You got water
Instant
and stuff too.
mashed
Instant mashed
potatoes.
potatoes. There you go.
Yeah.
And that was our second meal. So I didn't take a picture. I'm so sorry. So our leftovers for the first meal were almost that whole block of cheese
Mhm.
and more than half the bag of potatoes.
Right.
We did use all the chicken. We did use all the broccoli, which we did also measure out to be the same weight. Pretty close.
As the
prepackaged
stuff.
stuff. Yeah, we got pretty close on that. Potatoes, I couldn't really, I just kind of guessed on it. So we did have some leftover mashed potatoes by the time we were done. And then we had all the fresh potatoes and a ton of the cheese left.
Yeah.
With the second meal,
I'm
going to say processed
The
meal.
heavily processed.
the processed meal, it was all gone except
Right.
for some of the mashed potatoes were left in the bowl. So we had no chicken left over. We had no broccoli and cheese left over. And surprisingly, so that broccoli and cheese, we had a lot of broccoli
Right.
on our plates. And we'll show the plates later. They're on
Yeah.
here?
Yeah. They're
Okay.
on here. Yeah.
So we'll show the plates, and there was a ton of broccoli on there. What we got in the bag, which was the same weight, was almost nothing. It was crazy how
Yeah.
different that was.
And you'll see that when on the plates. And if you watch the video, you can see as you were plating it out.
It's
Once you split it in half between us, it was
There was
like it was like
nothing.
almost nothing
Yeah,
there.
there
But
was
weight wise, they were the same.
So
Yeah.
I wonder if that's the cheese stuff. I don't know, but it was crazy how
Or
different
does
it was.
do they flash cook it and then freeze it? Does that do something?
Change the weight.
to
Maybe it's
the-
more
to the
water
weight
or
of
something.
it?
I don't know.
Interesting.
Maybe because it steams. It's using its water, so maybe it's frozen like water ice crystals in there that were giving it the weight. I don't know.
Yeah, could be. I don't know. It was definitely different though.
Mm-hmm.
But I do have to say the instant mashed potatoes yielded a big. But we did 8 servings though, because we did the whole box.
Exactly, and
So
that's
'cause
what
we wanted to match.
we wanted to match what the
Right.
other one was. I mean, we had a good amount of potatoes left when we made real potatoes too.
Yeah.
So price tag.
Don't go there yet. I want to
Oh,
talk
don't
about.
go
I
there
want to talk
yet.
about the taste.
Stop.
So I want to
Stop
compare the
jumping ahead.
compare the 2 differences of the taste.
I thought we were going to talk about the taste when we could see the plates.
Oh, do you want to do that? Okay,
no,
that's
no,
fine.
we talk about
No.
now. We would talk about.
No, go ahead.
It's gross.
Go to the price.
Go to the price.
Which
Price
one's
tag. Okay, so fresh produce.
So those are
compared to
the
processed.
actual receipts of the 2 meals
Yeah.
that we bought. We bought them separately.
I was super surprised. Not gonna lie, super surprised. So our broccoli was $1.49 for our fresh produce. Our chicken was $5.67. Our whole block of cheddar cheese was $2.34, and our 5-pound bag of potatoes was $3.49, equaling $13.28. Our processed meal, our broccoli bag cheese thing was $2.39. I think it was $2.39.
Yeah.
Holy.
Yeah, the receipt's right there.
Sorry, I didn't really look at the individual prices. I just looked at the end one.
Oh, okay.
The chicken was $8.99 and the potatoes were $2.19 for a total of $13.88.
So very close.
So for 60 cents more, you got one meal, no leftovers. For 60 cents less, you have almost a whole thing of cheese, a whole thing of potatoes.
For a second meal.
For 3 meals, probably. That bag of potatoes will last forever.
That's true.
And that cheese, depending on what you're going to use it with, if you're still going to put it over broccoli like we did, that thing would last forever.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Right? Like, yeah, you could make grilled cheese. You could do anything with it. Like, that was a good amount.
And really, on the process side, right? The bag of broccoli, once you steam that or once you microwave it, are you going to use that for another meal? I don't know that I would.
Well, it's
I
not
don't know
enough
if it would
to.
taste.
That's what I'm saying.
But
It's
not
really-
only it wasn't enough, but you take people like mom and dad who don't eat as much as we do.
That's true. Well, that's
that
why it was
could
kind
be
of
a
like
couple
the
of
single,
meals for them, but
I mean, they could easily, before they not microwave it in the bag and like split it in half when it's
that's
still
true.
frozen.
They could do
you
that
could do
before
it
they
that
cook
way.
it. Yeah.
So you could.
But that would mess up the cheese, though.
I don't know. I don't know how it looked in the bag before we melted it.
That's true.
I don't know if it's little like chocolate chip looking things or if it's like
I almost want to buy a bag and look at
just
it.
to open it and look at it. Not for $2.39.
See what it looks like.
Be like second experiment. We're gonna see what
Right.
You could make cheesy scallop potatoes. Oh my God.
See?
You can make cheesy scallop potatoes, buy a thing of ham, and there you go. There's a whole nother meal. Then you only paid however much you paid for the ham. Bam. See, Christine's got me.
And there's also
or
ingredients.
bacon, or
there's also ingredients that we use that aren't on this list because we had it here, like the milk.
milk,
we had
olive oil.
we had a half
garlic,
gallon of
salt.
milk, and between those 2 meals, we still had milk left over. So you still,
because we didn't even use 2 cups
Right,
total.
right.
I mean, we probably used 3 cups because we probably used 2 cups on the second one.
That's right.
Half of it got spilled, and then we added extra to try to make it
You kept adding some
better.
Yeah, that's right.
Which didn't turn out better, by the way.
We fry potatoes all the time. We do that. We do it for breakfast. We'll do it for dinner. So it's delicious.
So we had extra mashed potatoes left over.
Right.
So my favorite, I've never done it with instant, so I don't know how it would work. Don't hold me to that. But we always make potato cakes the next morning. So you take it on the skillet. You can do it in the pan. Then you take your mashed potatoes. You don't put anything in the pan, and you literally smush it in the pan and let it fry up and get crispy, and then flip it over, and it turns into a little mashed potato cake. And they are delicious.
With real potatoes.
With real potatoes. I've never done it with the other potatoes.
Yeah, they're so good.
I don't know. I don't know. I would assume that it would work.
Potato candy?
Yeah, Christine, I don't know about that. I mean, I've never had it.
Never had it, no.
Potato cakes. See, everybody knows.
Yeah, they're so good, man. We did we do that one for Thanksgiving, didn't we?
We did them for
After
Thanksgiving. We had a ton of mashed potatoes
next
left
morning.
over. And for breakfast, I had a huge tub of potatoes left over.
It was so
and I made
good.
them all, and everybody ate them all. I only got one. I had to fight for it. I know.
Yeah.
I'm going to make extra mashed potatoes next time.
Next time, man. It was so good. Really good.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh.
My dad is calling me.
So yeah, surprisingly, so kind of the myth that it's more expensive to eat healthy. I'm gonna have to shoot that one down.
Yeah, I really thought it was. I really expected the fresh meal to be like $5 more.
Now, of course, this is one meal, right? We did one
But
meal.
still, one meal, I
But-
expected it to be more.
Yeah.
So I always had the impression that it was going to be more. I mean, and think about it. So if I'm shopping for a week, okay, so I'm going to think of not only, so I'm going to get chicken, broccoli, and potatoes for one day. So what am I going to do the next day if I need potatoes? I have to buy a whole nother box.
Right.
With the fresh, I can still just use that bag. There's plenty left over. So now you're buying one bag of potatoes at $3.49 for a week instead of 4 of the potatoes at $2.19.
And honestly, if let's say it was just you and I, okay, but let's say you had a family of 4, The only thing you really have to add to the meal at this point on the fresh side would be
more
maybe
broccoli and
two,
more chicken.
two more chicken breasts and another head of
Another
broccoli.
double thing of broccoli.
And you're probably good to go because the potatoes was definitely enough. The cheese was definitely enough. So you're not talking about that much more money
to add that more extra.
Yeah.
And you would, for the process side, easily have to do one more of each thing.
I mean, you're probably
you're going to double that price.
Yeah, sort of. Yeah. Yeah, you're probably right. You're going to be $28 probably, 28 and $29. Yeah.
With the other one, you're adding another 10.
Well, no, because
you're adding another $8.
Not really.
Yeah, because you're adding another chicken at $5.67. You're adding another broccoli at $1.49. So
I was talking about the process. You were on the process.
Yeah,
already.
no, the fresh one, it'd only be about $7 more. $8 more probably.
Yeah.
She's still on potatoes.
Everybody's on
She's using
potatoes.
potatoes.
We're giving us all kinds of meals.
Yeah. And again, we just did the smaller bag of potatoes. You can get the bigger one. I think the 10-pound bag was $1 more.
Yeah, it wasn't bad.
Instead of buying 2 of the 5 pounds, there's definitely options.
Even the 5-pound bag wasn't that. I mean, it wasn't.
But that's what I'm saying. The 5-pound
expensive.
bag was $3.49. The 10-pound bag, I think, was like $4.49. It wasn't that much more.
Yeah, it wasn't that much more. But we wouldn't eat that many potatoes, so there wasn't no point. But like I said, family of 4, you had that option. So,
and that gets you through a good amount of meals.
So yeah, I was pretty surprised with the price difference too. I can't believe I thought one would definitely outweigh the other, but it's super close. I mean,
I know I did not expect that.
And we even had an extra ingredient in the fresh one, right? Because their broccoli came with cheese. We had to buy the cheese separate.
Yeah, but it was still broccoli and cheese. Yeah. So because I think the fresh frozen broccoli would have been cheaper. I don't know though. We didn't look.
Probably. And the funny thing is we looked at the fresh frozen broccoli with nothing on it, just plain broccoli. And
it's just broccoli.
Which is cool. So, there is
not too bad.
There is that idea out there that all processed food is bad, and that's not the case. I mean, you can buy frozen broccoli and it still is just as good.
Oh my God.
Everybody.
What the actual hell is going on right now?
Don't people realize they should be watching the show?
Dude, seriously. Well, Dad doesn't watch the show.
No, I know.
Dad doesn't even have a real phone. He has a flip phone. So
that was interesting.
Yeah, I truly cannot believe the prices were that close. Like, that's just still mind-boggling to me that it was cheaper. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I would have thought the other way.
Yep.
The other way around.
Okay.
So, ingredients. Now, this is where the big differences come in between buying food in the produce section or from the butcher versus what you're buying in the frozen section. And so I think this is where the big differences come in. And next week's show, we're going to talk more about this. Probably
we're going to go into it a little bit more.
Yeah, go through a little bit more in depth.
But just as a overcast. So for the broccoli and cheese, they've got broccoli water is your second ingredient.
Right.
Why would you have water in there? Modified cornstarch, natural flavor, salt, soybean oil, palm oil, cheddar cheese, whey protein concentrate, xanthanum gum from earlier, milk protein concentrate, sodium alginate, something I can't read. So a lot of stuff just put in broccoli and cheese. Your potatoes have sodium acid phosphonate, benzimate, whatever, a whole bunch. I don't even know what half these things are. Dehydrated garlic, corn syrup.
Yeah.
In mashed potatoes. Natural flavor. What is the natural flavor for mashed potato?
I have potato flavor. I don't know.
Is that like vanilla? I can just
maybe that's what gave it that. Didn't you say it tasted like cardboard? Maybe it gave it that cardboard taste. I don't know.
It really did.
Yeah, it wasn't very good.
Palm oil, dehydrated onion, spice. Spice is an ingredient. What is spice? Monoglycerides, sodium caseinate, dipotassium, phosphate, guar gum.
Guar gum, same as the xanthan gum.
So it's in there twice. Because your dad's in the xanthan gum.
Did they have that in there on that one? No, that was on the one.
Oh, that was the other one. Okay. Above it. TBHQ. I didn't know those were an ingredient. I thought those were a person. Okay. And for the chicken, at least we have boneless, skinless chicken breasts with rib meat. That's your first ingredient. That's pretty good.
Well, look what it says at the bottom of the potatoes, though. Contains milk at the very bottom and in bold.
Oh, because it's an allergy
for all you
thing.
for all you lactose people out there.
The dehydrated potatoes have milk. Spice is a group of girl singers. Exactly. I don't know why it's an ingredient in potatoes. I'm not really sure about all that.
These synthetic flavors, no matter what, so everybody tastes the same. They need to be identical
Pieces of cardboard. Oh, it's so like it.
I like that one.
You know when you like chew and then you breathe out through your mouth, like that's what it would tasted like cardboard. Water, again, second ingredient in your chicken is water. Contains 2% or less of the following: black pepper, caramelized sugar, dried chicken broth, garlic powder, grill flavor. And I love this. You get the grill flavor from the sunflower oil. I'm not sure how that is related.
Okay.
Maltodextrin, corn and potato. Okay. Modified food starch, natural chicken flavor. But I thought you had chicken in there. So why do you need chicken flavor?
Well,
plus, you have chicken broth, dried chicken broth already in there. So you get chicken 3 times.
Right.
Then you have natural flavor. What natural flavor is that?
The natural hardwood smoked sugar. Is that what that says?
Yes. And that actually is what made it smell really good.
Yeah.
It smelled delicious. It did not taste that way.
It did not taste that way at all.
But it smelled really good. And then it did not. Can I go?
Yeah. I want to see if that's okay. So
the final outcome.
Final outcome.
That makes me hungry.
Not so much for the top one. Yeah. So
although the hot sauce is really good.
So let's talk about the chicken.
Okay.
Okay. Because you and I noticed a huge difference in the Tyson chicken versus the chicken breast. Well, first you can see the way it's cut. Right.
Yeah, it's just slices.
Yeah, but the appearance is different. So the Tyson's frozen chicken tasted and had a texture. It was almost like spongy.
It was bouncy.
It was bouncy. Yeah, that's exactly what it was. It was bouncy.
It was McDonald's chicken nuggets. It was bouncy.
I think McDonald's chicken nuggets tasted better than that.
Well, it's because they're deep fried in oil. Of course they taste better. But they were spongy like the chicken nuggets. Like it's a smush together. And I asked you, I said, do you think this is real chicken or is it pressed together?
Right.
And you were like, no, I think it's okay. And then you bit it and you were like,
nope.
I was like, yeah, I don't think it is.
Changed my mind.
I don't think it is. I think it's not. Smelled delicious.
That was a smoky flavor you were smelling.
Absolutely smelled super good. Was not the same outcome.
No.
As chicken. Yeah, definitely chewy and
it was disgusting.
It was
I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. I didn't even finish it.
No.
Like I couldn't even I don't think I finished anything on the plate. Maybe the broccoli. I think I finished the broccoli.
Because it was like 4 pieces of broccoli.
Yeah. It was not good. I mean, the mashed potatoes were disgusting. I will never.
They were like rubbery. They were bouncy.
You kept, for those, if you guys didn't watch part 1 and part 2, go watch part 2. Because Lindsay's, I don't know how much milk you added just to try to get him to loosen up a little bit, but it was like, you could put up wallpaper with that shit.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
it was like spackle.
It was like spackle.
It was terrible. I didn't even know.
It was pretty bad. I mean, it did not taste good at all.
No.
There's nothing from that.
I even dolled it up. Like I put garlic salt on there and hot sauce. It did not.
Clearly, you can see the hot sauce next to it.
It did not make a difference in the outcome.
Yeah, it was pretty gross.
So let's talk about visual looks. Potatoes, about the same. A little more of the natural ones, but about the same amount.
Yep.
Broccoli, clearly a huhuge difference in amount.
And it's crazy because they were the same weight.
They were the same weight.
We should have, next time we do something like that, I gotta take pictures of the weights to show people that because we weighed them.
Oh yeah, we weighed it at the store. We didn't weigh it when we got home.
No, we did. We put it on the scale. We put it on our food scale.
The chicken we did.
I thought you did the broccoli too. Oh, you did the broccoli. But we try to get all the weights to be as close as possible.
We should do it one again. I don't want to eat at that meal again.
We'll pick a different meal. And we'll just do it. We'll just do it as an extra. Like an extra. How about we do a like a TV dinner or one of those like the Hungry Man dinners or something like that, and we'll make.
And how are we even supposed to make that? That would never be. You could never do that.
Sure, you could.
Because you couldn't get your portions right. You couldn't get.
I bet we could find one you can make. We'll find. Well, that's our task. We'll do it. We'll do it as a side episode.
This is going to be an epic fail.
Mama Cats, I think you might have to be involved in this one. I hate to tell you.
Oh,
Might do
We
a
should
Mama
do.
Cats.
We should do, but I really don't want to eat the whole thing. Like, you know how you get like a fake, not a fake, but like a frozen lasagna?
Yeah.
What if you do something like that?
To a real lasagna?
Yeah.
I mean, you could.
Be kinda
That's not going to
harder,
give you
though.
enough variety, though.
I don't know what that
Because
means.
it's pasta and cheese, right? It's not going to give you that variety. You want to have different portions on the plate like we did here.
Oh, portion wise
Yeah.
is what you're talking
Yeah.
about. Sorry, I thought we were talking about
Because what are you going to compare?
ingredients.
You can compare pasta
You're
and
down
cheese.
a different hole than I am.
Yeah, I am. I want to compare multiple things on the plate. So when you do a TV dinner or a Hungry
multiple
Man,
holes on the plate.
multiple things. I didn't say holes. I said multiple things. Put the thing in your ear so you can
So
hear.
sorry. It's
better.
in my ear. In my hand. It's fine.
But even the broccoli looks better. Now
Well,
I
it
know
looks
it's
green. It looks
Right.
like broccoli.
doesn't look like
Mine's your
like-
thing going?
like you're what?
Your thing
Oh,
going.
it's closing because I'm not doing anything.
Oh, you're not anymore. You should be.
It doesn't look like your basil outside.
No.
The top one looks like your basil
I
outside.
always say it.
The bottom one looks like your basil in the summer.
I know.
So
Mm-hmm. So maybe we do like, how would you do it though? Like you can't do a steak. You can't find a frozen steak. Like it'd have to be chicken again.
no, not necessarily. You could do turkey, new turkey breast. They do turkey breast. They do
Oh, they have frozen turkeys?
yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, they have turkey meals.
Hmm.
Yeah,
No,
well-
not like a Hungry Man thing. I don't think you're ever going to be able to do that. That's just not
I
going to.
think you can. I really do.
You wanna know
I
what?
think you can.
Let's do it. This is going to be a fail.
It won't be.
It's going to be an epic fail.
You could do meatloaf.
They have frozen meatloafs?
Yeah, they have pre-made meatloafs.
We're going to have to go through. I don't know. We're going to have to go through the pre-made section
So,
to see what's
all
over.
right. So to Christine's point, let's talk about the one we got from Sprouts. We like Sprouts,
Ooh, they're
prepared
little
meals,
like
right?
so good.
but I had their meatloaf, and their meatloaf wasn't that good.
No.
Like
Because it's
didn't-
probably a process.
it's probably a different type of meat
Yep.
too. It's
Oh,
probably,
yeah, that's
it's probably
true.
like goat or something.
What about a can? What about like canned? Oh, they do have. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't want to do it if it's overpriced. I already paid $3 for a bag of broccoli.
That's what I was saying to do, Dad. But she's saying you.
But
can't,
I don't.
You,
You,
can't
have
find-
to
you
get
can't
the
portion it out.
portions right.
I think we did it on this. I think he can do it.
I don't know.
I don't know. We'll
Feel like that's going to be a fail.
we'll do some more digging into this. We'll figure it out.
Of course, the TV meal is going to be way cheaper.
We'll get Mama Cats involved in this. Have her come over and we'll do a whole thing on it.
I just want her to make me those enchiladas again. Those are good. Oh, with my green hot sauce. Oh, no, I'm just hungry.
And
Okay.
the chicken we made on the first meal was
Mm,
delicious.
it's so
It came
good.
out really good. It
It's
was,
chicken
it was-
breasts with garlic.
it was
pepper.
simple, but it had a lot of great flavor to it.
So good.
Yeah, very
Oh,
simple.
frozen Subway steaks.
Subway
See, I don't
steaks,
know
see?
about any of that stuff. Like, we gotta go through the frozen section.
Okay, we don't ever, and that was kind of the point we made after doing this
Well,
experiment.
considering the fact that I almost had to ask where the frozen section was. I was like, I don't even know where.
Mama Cats is back. Okay, cool. So we have to do that, Mama Cats. We got to do another cooking episode where we do a little comparison here. But no, we literally said Lindsay
Maybe
and I.
we make two meals together.
There you go.
Like split the kitchen in half. I mean, it'd have to be like where everybody's in one pan kind of a thing.
That'd be fun to do, though. Be kind of cool.
Have her make one and me make one, and we'll just compare.
That'd be cool.
Right.
So we literally said at the end of the second meal, we said, and this is why we don't eat
Oh.
this type of food, because it really was.
So
not
how
good.
did you feel the next morning?
Um,
Did you feel okay?
honestly, I felt okay. Yeah, like nothing
So-
really messed up my stomach.
No, my stomach wasn't. I felt off all day.
Did you?
Like I just wasn't right.
Hmm.
And I don't know if it's an MS thing. I don't know if it's an inflammation thing. I don't know I just didn't feel like I felt laggy almost.
I don't know.
So-
Maybe I didn't notice. Maybe because when do we do it? The other meal was Tuesday night, right? So it
Mm-mm.
would have been yesterday.
Sunday was when we did the fresh. Monday was
Monday
when we
was
did
okay.
So it'd have been Tuesday morning
I'm trying to think. I know it
when the
didn't.
water heater guy was here and everything
Yeah.
else. How'd you feel that day? You were
I
busy.
didn't feel off. Yeah, I was so busy at work. I don't really think I felt off.
See, I was out and about and I did not feel right.
Yeah. So maybe it affected you. I mean,
I don't eat that stuff.
Look at all
so
the
I don't know.
ingredients that are in there. So yeah,
Yeah.
it's completely possible.
So
Um,
definitely was off a little bit.
yeah.
Top 5 stories of the week.
You want to talk about the same, or we want to go right into the news?
You want to talk about what?
Our experiment. Are we done talking about it?
What else do we have to talk about?
I don't know.
I think we're good.
Wow, it's gonna be a quick show tonight.
Still have the quiz and everything.
Yeah, I know.
No, because I have a story that's not on here that I don't think anybody knows about.
Oh, okay. Okay.
It's a secret story.
All right, let's go do.
I should probably Google it and make sure it's right.
You should
Because
probably.
I heard it from.
Oh, should we do
somebody.
Hooker of the Week first?
Sure.
We do Hooker there.
I always like Hooker. of the
Everybody
Week.
likes Hooker of the Week.
Let me try to Google my story really quick.
Okay, why are you doing that? So
To make sure.
I was kind of back and forth on the Hooker of the Week, and of
Why is John
course,
sending me pictures?
I consult Lindsay when I do the Hooker of the Week to talk about. Wow.
John sends me a meme and it's somebody looking into the sunset, right? Looking forward and hopeful that 2024 will be better. And it's them on the beach with the sun behind them. Fuck, is that Godzilla? It's somebody standing in front of the sunset.
Oh,
The
it
other
looks like
side, it looks
Godzilla.
like Godzilla's in it. Oh, that's so funny.
That would be it.
Oh, goodness. Oh, crap.
So anyway, I don't know if you. I'll let you guys watch the video first, then we can talk about it. So
Oh,
yeah,
that
I
video,
won't say who
sorry.
the Hooker of the Week is yet. I'll
Okay,
let
don't
the
do it.
video play and then we'll talk about it after.
Okay.
First of all, my first question is who bribed Hunter Biden to be here today? That's my first question. Second question, you are the epitome of white privilege, coming into the Oversight Committee, spitting in our face, ignoring a congressional subpoena to be deposed. What are you afraid of? You have no balls to come up here and...
Mr. Chairman, point of inquiry.
Mr. Chairman,
If
The ladies recognize.
I'm not-
if the gentle lady
Let's
wants to
speak
hear from Hunter
things.
Biden, we can hear from him right now, Mr.
and
Chairman.
you
Let's take a
speak the
vote and hear
president.
from Hunter
I'm
Biden.
speaking.
What are you
women
afraid
allowed
of?
to speak
Hold on,
here?
hold on.
Why-
Order,
why are you
order,
guys not
order.
willing to let us
Are
finish
women
the
allowed to
hearing?
speak in
All
here
right.
or no?
Okay.
Are women allowed to speak in here or no?
Order.
Because you keep interrupting me.
I'll interrupt the
You keep
chairman. I don't know
interrupting.
that he's a lady.
I think that that Hunter Biden should be arrested right here, right now, and go straight to jail. Our nation is founded on the rule of law.
Come on.
And the premise
Come
that the
on.
law applies equally to everyone, no matter what your last
Point of
name.
order, Mr. Chairman. Point of
It
order.
doesn't matter who you are.
Point of order, Mr. Chairman. Biggs over here.
Donald Trump Jr.
Biggs over here.
State your point, Mr. Biggs.
Yeah, my point of order is this.
So, a couple of things on that. What bothered me about Nancy Mace, what she did was, I think she started off the hysteria, the whole, she started
You
that
think?
roller coaster. I do. I really do. Now,
I mean, I think she did. She didn't go at it.
she had to bring,
Nice.
she brought Trump into the equation. If you watch further on, she talks more about Trump and Trump Jr. and all that stuff. And I just didn't think
But
there
she
was,
does make sense later.
I mean, to your point about speaking out, allowing women to speak and not,
Well, why are you interrupting anybody? It's not your damn turn.
yeah, but
Simmer down.
the whole white privilege thing was thrown in there.
But
I just-
exactly, she went at it the wrong way.
Yeah.
If she would have gone in it and said, like, hey, we are like, you're here, you should talk. Like, why do you think that you're any more special than anybody else? I think she would have been fine.
Yeah.
The bribery thing threw it off, and the white privilege thing threw it off.
Well, it just started a shit show and it went
Well,
on.
that's what just threw you down the line.
And it went on for another 5 minutes.
And the fact that what's his name was so upset about it, I'm like, it was fucking you, wasn't it, bro?
well, I mean, the more
You were
important
the one who told him to come here.
the more important question is what was Hunter doing there?
How does he even know about it?
That was a hearing about him not showing up to his
Not
subpoena.
anything that he would have even been invited to or known about. So why are you here?
Yeah, why was he there? So Lindsay and I kind of differed. I was using Nancy Mace because she is a Republican and she was representing us, and I thought it was just poorly done. But maybe
I think Hunter's the hooker.
maybe
for
I'm
showing
off.
up.
So Lindsay's saying Hunter's the hooker, which we can always agree that Hunter's the hooker. So
It's true. Although he did look pretty good. He looked cleaned up. He didn't look like he was like all cracked out. So I mean, that's good. Why is your dog randomly sniffing?
I have no idea what she's doing. She's being weird tonight.
Wow.
So
there's that.
that was our hooker of the week. So what's your story?
Oh,
you had a story?
so And it shows up, which is super interesting. When I Google it, it shows up in like the top line. But then when you click on it and you go down, there's no stories of it. Interesting, right? What are you doing? What are you doing?
I don't know what she's doing.
Weird dog.
She's being weird tonight.
Because it's cold and she doesn't like the cold. So my story is, and I heard this from one of the actual managers of one of these facilities, that this happened and that the story was actually hidden because it didn't want to freak people out.
Oh, okay. I love those.
Right?
Do we need a tinfoil hat for this one?
No,
Oh, okay.
actually.
No. Okay.
But if it would have gotten out when it happened, I think it would have been tinfoil hat time. So New Year's Eve, what do you do on New Year's Eve? You go to the movies, apparently. Didn't know. Very
Okay.
busy. That's one of their most busiest nights. Okay, cool. Which, I mean, makes sense. You can take kids, sure, whatever. So New Year's Eve in Arizona, about 10 o'clock, every single projector goes down.
What was the movie?
Every single projector
Oh,
stops.
Just period.
Period.
In the theater.
In every theater throughout the U.S.
Huh?
There were one certain brand, and I don't want to call the brand out. No, I will. I don't even care. Yeah, I will. I'll do it. That's fine. Panasonic, which is like the brand standard for movie theaters, all of them went down, and it was like midnight, I think Eastern Standard Time, which is 10 o'clock here or whatever. And they just turn off. Done. Won't turn back on. So they're refunding tickets. People are mad. People are upset. You know, of course, they're going to be like, oh, no, everything's fine. Everything's fine. They stopped it going to the news because they didn't want people to freak out. They didn't know what was going on, if it was a terrorist thing, if it was a hack thing, whatever. No, it was just an update.
It was literally just an update.
Yeah. They were,
That's
good by, they were
funny.
good by the morning.
That's funny because, especially in our industry, we could relate to shit like that happening. That is funny.
Just an update.
So just an update went through at midnight, shut
Yeah,
everything down.
shut everything down and it
Firmware
restarted a
update.
couple hours later. Everything was good.
That's awesome.
But when you Google it, it literally shows up like Panasonic movie theater, shut down New Year's Eve, shut down 2023, and it comes up like
Right.
like people have searched it before, but there's no stories
There's
of it.
no story behind it.
And I'm like,
Interesting.
that
That's-
deserves a tinfoil hat.
Yeah, that 100%. That's good. Oh, well, obviously it wasn't anything bad. It was just
No, but why are you hiding it?
Somebody didn't plan an update very well because
that's-
somebody's going to lose their job.
Oh, I think a couple of somebodies are gonna lose their job.
You know,
That's a lot of movie
do the
theaters.
updated-
How much? Well, and how much money? Like, and I didn't ask. Like, does the movie theater ask for that money back from Panasonic? Like, how much free stuff did they have to give away?
Yeah, that's a lot of money, probably.
Like
well, I don't know. I
food
mean,
and
did they say what the numbers
tickets.
were? I mean, how many people were in the theaters, or
this theater was packed.
was it really? I never heard of going to movies on New Year's
I think
Eve.
about it. You have kids, whatever. Sure.
I guess, yeah.
I don't know.
I would stay
Day
home
off.
because
I
there's
have no
crazy
idea.
people
I
out
don't-
on New Year's Eve.
Well, that's true too.
So.
But it was 10 o'clock. Like, it wasn't anything super
Yeah,
late.
that's true.
So but you have a movie that ends at 10. Well, now it just turned off. So you don't get to see the end. Kids are upset. Like, so you're giving out free tickets. You're giving whatever. You're giving all your money back. Like,
Well, what would have made that story better is if it was an actual movie that just shut down at midnight or something.
oh,
Like
that's
a
funny. Like, it
particular
just
movie,
counts down
yeah.
and the tick.
Yeah, done.
And they're like, what?
Take it off the screen.
Like, that's the way the movie's supposed to end.
like yeah,
That'd be funny.
like
Happy New Year's.
like they did with another movie I won't mention that they kept shutting down and having issues with the movie. They couldn't play the movie.
Oh, that was our movie.
Yeah.
Well, that was certain people. No, it was literally just every thing just stopped.
That's funny.
That's hilarious.
Yeah,
right?
that's funny.
That's super funny. They're like,
Somebody's,
nah, it's just an update.
somebody's getting in trouble for that.
Somebody didn't hit go.
Snooze until 2 a.m. till the movie theaters are closed.
Yeah, somebody didn't delay it to the right time.
Right.
They're like, 3 a.m. Eastern time. Everybody should be out. You're good.
That's funny. That's awesome. Good story. I like that.
That's funny, right?
That was good. That's
Yeah. I was
that,
like, oh,
that deserves a Darwin Award story, right?
Right?
For
Like,
whoever
who's the
did
guy
that,
who
whoever
did
screwed
that?
that up. That's awesome.
woo. And it's literally like it's the brand. It's literally
Even though he didn't die, but you know, still.
99% of
Yeah.
every theater has them.
That's funny.
That's funny.
That's awesome.
I know it's good, right? I was like, that's funny. I said I never heard. Nope, they smushed it.
Good,
Good stuff.
good times.
How do you not even see that on Facebook? Like, hey, we're at the movie theater. Like, how are people not talking about it? Right?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess you're really not going to know if you're at the theaters. And like the movie goes down, you're really not going to know if it's any other theater than your own. You're just going to think,
That's
oh,
true.
maybe something happened.
Just something with that theater.
Yeah, that theater, they reimbursed us, whatever. I mean, it's one bad story. You had to take the kids home. They were upset. But other than that, like, you're not going to.
Yeah, not make a big deal out
Right?
of
That's
it.
funny.
Yeah, no, that's true.
When it's every theater.
Across the U.S. That's
cool,
awesome.
Right? Yeah, it literally comes up when you search it. And then there's nothing there.
No story.
No.
Huh.
Yeah. Panasonic movie projectors go down New Year's Eve, 2023 USA.
Yeah.
And when I hit go,
Nothing.
nothing. Like it's a video. Let things go. What's new in projectors? Panasonic North America, create today and enrich tomorrow. Like there's nothing that talks about it. Nope. Nope.
That's
So funny.
interesting.
That's why I'm like, you literally just let me search it.
People do love complaining on Facebook.
It's true.
Mike, you're 100% right about that.
Yeah.
100% right.
Well, it's the keyboard warriors.
Speaking of complaining on Facebook.
Oh, really, Mike?
So I posted an ad last week.
Done so well today.
I know. I posted an ad last week and
Just a post.
Just,
Wasn't even an ad. It was just a post.
My terminology in the post was help us get off of these woke platforms, and specifically mentioned YouTube and some other platforms.
Why are you going to say it on here and kick us off?
And somehow it became a sponsored advertisement. I don't know who it was sponsored by,
On
but
the
it
left.
started going to so many different people because I started getting all these, like, I'm going to call them trolls.
So
They were just people that would pop up with just
But you posted it like a
memes.
week ago.
It was like a week ago. No,
it
nothing.
just
No
started
activity.
today.
Right. Just last night.
Last night.
Last night it started.
So somehow we ended up in somebody's AI version.
Yeah. So I started getting all these trolls on there. So I started blocking people and it was just coming through like crazy. It's like every 2 minutes I'm getting a message. And there were a couple of people that actually sent me messages. One guy just kind of went off on this rant about me being a whiny conservative and, borderline right-wing extremist. And just, it just makes me laugh how people have to go to the insults right away. Like they can't have a good conversation with you. I mean,
not even that. You can't respect my.
Well, and I thought he was
opinion.
going to have a good conversation with me because he started off saying that how he hated Biden, but he would never vote for Trump, and just went off on this whole tangent. And then,
Bro, he messaged you this?
oh yeah, and then tells me what started off is he told me that I should probably learn what woke really means before accusing these platforms of being woke. So I said, okay. I said, so I'm going to do everybody a favor tonight on the show. And I kind of looked up what the meaning of woke was.
I was like, I'm not ready for
And-
this. Why don't you take away our news of the week and just put us up there?
Yeah, I just put us up there for now.
Since
So-
you're off on a
Off on a
tangent.
tangent. Sorry. No, I had to bring this up. So,
Okay.
went to a couple of different sites just so I got a couple of different definitions of it. And so the first one I found was woke is an adjective derived from African American vernacular, English meaning alert to racial prejudice and discrimination. Beginning in the 2010s, it came to encompass a broader awareness of social inequalities such as racial injustice, sexism, and denial of LGBT rights. ABC News says to be woke politically in the Black community means that someone is informed, educated, and conscious of social injustice and racial inequality. Merriam-Webster dictionary states. So that's their version of it. So it's interesting that it started in the African American community, right?
Put
And
that up
then-
again.
And then what?
It's an adjective. So it's you're doing something, meaning
Right.
to be alert to racial prejudice and discrimination, which isn't a bad thing.
Right.
You're being aware of racial prejudices. Okay. And then it came to encompass pretty much any prejudices, not just racial. Okay, cool. That's not a bad thing. It's not bad to be aware of what's going on. So now it says to be woke politically in the Black community means that someone is informed, educated, and conscious of social injustices.
Basically saying the same thing.
Same thing. So to be aware of discrimination. That's not what woke now is.
And that was going to be part of my point.
Sorry.
So we've taken this term, which
'Cause
meant
that's not a bad term.
one thing
Not
back in
against that.
2010, and now we've turned it into this big thing because, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong out there in the audience, that these platforms are in fact woke to the point of everything anybody on the right says is offensive, or they got to get rid of it, or they got to cancel it, or they got to
But that's
delete
not
it.
woke, unfortunately.
But-
That's not that definition.
But they've taken it to that because that's what they're saying. They're saying what we're saying is racial. They're saying what we're saying is derogatory. That's
Are they,
their
though?
that's using woke to take us off their platforms. Is it not?
It's not. They're saying that we are woke,
No. We're saying they're woke
but if
because they're
taking,
censoring us because they call us, racist. They call us whatever their terminology is for us. And it's mainly used, and you go on to look this up on other websites, and it says it's mainly used by the left. The term woke and wokeness is mainly used by the left.
So they're trying to say that that they are woke because they are aware that we are being racist.
They're using the definition of woke to allow things like censorship.
Of course.
So they're now being put into their community
But woke
standards,
doesn't
even
talk
even though we
about-
can say things that aren't necessarily offensive
Oh yeah.
or not racial.
But it doesn't talk about offense.
I mean, there's nothing, and I think he even went on to tell me that you had to do something. You had to say something wrong. You had to be racist or threaten harm against somebody for them to kick you off. And I tried to tell him, no,
You never have.
not
Well,
in any one of the episodes we got kicked. No, not in any one of the
threatened people
episodes,
before,
but
but
not
not
on-
in the ones
not-
I've gotten kicked off of.
not on this episodes. You've never threatened anybody on the episodes, but every
There are
time,
certain people in certain houses.
every
that I
time
said
we
it
were
would-
kicked off or every time our content got deleted,
have not been because
it had nothing to do
Yeah.
with that.
no, it had to do with elections. It had to do with certain viruses. It had to do with stuff like that.
Right. And that's my point, Dad. My point is they've taken this
But
idea
they've
of
changed
woke,
the definition
wokeism.
because that's
They
not
have.
the definition.
They
of
have
it.
changed the definition of woke. But that's what the left is known as now. They're woke. They're using this. They're using that terminology and they're shaping it to how they want to say what woke is.
Well, that's when you just send them what the definition of woke is.
That's why I wanted to bring that up tonight.
Mm.
So maybe my terminology was wrong. Maybe I shouldn't call them a woke platform, but I think they are. I think they're using that definition.
Well, they
That
but this is
anything
the
they're
thing.
offended by, no matter what you say that
We
they're
don't even
offended by, they can
know.
cancel you.
They can cancel you no matter what.
Right.
So I wouldn't call them woke. I would call them what is it when you break the Constitution?
What do you mean? When
Constitution breakers.
you break the Constitution? When you
'Cause they're not letting
go
us have
against
free
the
speech.
Constitution, they're trying to destroy the Constitution.
Yes. But I mean, I don't think YouTube is personally, but
I have a copy of New York Post paper the day they celebrated not being in Twitter jail over Biden's laptop.
absolutely. Yeah, that's a good one to keep. I like that. Because they don't even tell you when they take you why they take you off.
No,
they don't even
no.
give you a reason.
All
and
they
that's the
say,
thing.
all they say is
You don't abide by our policies.
you violate community standards. That's all they say. They don't tell you. The only time they ever tell you where in the clip is an issue is if you have like a copyright infringement,
Then they'll tell you
Which-
between these seconds. You
which
have
we
to
did the
whatever.
time that John played that video. Remember when John
Good-
played that little
good-
video clip and
good,
they cut that out.
job, John.
They
Good
cut
job.
it out. That's the only time they'll tell you. Otherwise, they'll tell you violated community standards. But then when you try to
And
email
you're gone.
somebody
Oh, it's a bot.
or you try to reach out to somebody to
It's a bot.
argue your case,
Or even just get the information.
right? There's no response. There's nobody you can reach out
No,
to.
because it's a bot.
So then you can argue the accusation, right? You can submit a rebuttal to them.
Yeah.
But
And
then
they
it always
just-
comes back to
No.
we reviewed it again. We still believe this violated our community standards, but they never tell you what it is.
No, they never tell
They
you.
never
like,
tell you what the issue
this
is.
standard is the one that you broke. This rule is the one you broke.
And they would just flat out take
Take
your
your shit
episode
off.
away. They've done
They
that to
don't care.
what? 2 episodes?
Yeah.
I mean,
They don't care.
so
Just bye.
yeah, and you guys agree. Call them woke. Breakfast Club says it best. We define people in the easiest terms. I think woke works. Some a-hole trying to get logistic. Does he go and message everyone that doesn't know what woke is? No, I doubt it. I'm sure he was just playing into us. He
Oh.
saw our ad, and like John and I had a conversation earlier. This is what they do. They do it on purpose to get the result they got by me taking the post down, because I just got tired of getting hit.
Oh, I
every
would have
2
just left it
seconds.
and taken the notifications off, or you'd put it up there and put it to where people can't comment.
Yeah, but I knew most of it was just AI shit.
I know
coming
it
through.
was,
So it
but
was
see,
so
I
it was
enjoy
annoying. It was
it.
annoying as hell. So I just
Well,
took
you
it
have
off.
notifications on. I don't. It doesn't bother me at all. Put it. I'll post it.
I have to put notifications because I want to know when people are talking to us.
Well, you can turn notifications off for that post.
Oh, I guess I could. Yeah. I guess
So
I
let
could.
them argue about it. Go
Yeah.
for it. Bye.
But it's always interesting. Like nobody
We should repost it.
nobody has a good argument for you. All they want
No,
to do
of
is
course
call
not.
you names and tell you
That's
that
the same as
you know,
anything. That's the same as the whole COVID VV thing, the vidvid, the vovode, the foded.
Yeah.
With the mask thing, nobody ever had a good reason. Why?
Yeah.
Because they said so. Why?
Yeah. What was the reason?
You tell me why. If you don't know why you have a diaper on your face, I can't help you.
And I even said back to him. So I said to him in response, I said, I don't even want you censored. Even though I don't agree with what you say or what you believe
Yeah.
in, I don't believe you should be censored either. Nobody
should be able to say
censored.
what you
should be able to
feel.
say what you feel. Granted, you shouldn't threaten harm. You shouldn't
No,
show.
you can't do any of that
you know,
stuff. But
no-
you can say whatever you feel or think. That's cool. It's the context.
But you're telling me I violated community standards when you can find sex videos and nude videos
Oh yeah,
on
rape
YouTube
videos,
all day
that other
long,
good stuff. That's
killing
cool.
animals all day long. That doesn't violate their community
No,
standards.
it's totally cool.
So something's a little screwed up there. So
Mm-hmm. Bet you do.
I'm sure you do.
Bet
I'm
you
sure you
do.
do. All right, sorry, I had to go off on that little rant.
We
I had
got to
to
repost it.
put up with woke
We
was.
got to repost it.
You can post it and tag us in it if you want.
Can I? Oh, you
Sure.
got to send it to me.
All right, so let's
I'll
go.
post it and turn off the notifications. Just let it go.
Let's run down some of the top 5 news articles that I found this week. Former New Jersey Governor Chris Christie ended his 2024 presidential campaign on January 10th, but not before taking parting shots at GOP president candidate Nikki Haley, saying she's going to get smoked in the 2024 race. The funny thing was they caught this little skit from him that he said that on hot mic. So they thought the mic was turned off.
Oh, that's even better.
So he went on. So if you get a chance to look it up because I want to say he was talking about Trump in there. I was listening to it when I was in the truck on the radio.
Yeah.
So some of it was really kind of hard to hear,
Oh,
but I
that's
clearly heard
awesome.
that she was going to get smoked.
That's
So-
awesome.
So they
We
didn't
gotta look
realize
that up.
didn't realize the mic was on. He's an asshole anyway, so I'm glad
It's
he's
really
out.
cool.
I'm glad he's done.
Yeah.
So FBI Director Christopher Wray guaranteed election security during a roundtable discussion on how his agency, along with others, is partnering with public and private entities to combat misinformation and disinformation. This is the same guy, FBI folks, let's keep this in mind.
Yeah.
This is the same guy that's knocking on doors of people going to
Of
school
soccer moms
meetings.
who are going to their education, whatever, with
Yeah.
their principals
and
getting taken to jail.
we're going to trust this guy. This is the same guy that doesn't think
Why is he guaranteed election security?
that well, he's trying to make everybody feel all warm and fuzzy. He's saying that it's going to be a fair election this time. That
Bullshit.
they're on top of it. Yeah, they're gonna take care of things. I'm sure they will.
But why does so the FBI director has nothing to do with
It does when it comes to foreign interference with elections. So I think when you read
So
the
he's
article,
the
as
one in
article goes
charge
on, he
of,
talks
like,
about protecting from,
how all the information gets. Oh,
yeah, remember
come on
they said
now.
that China and Russia all got involved with the election.
Well,
and
Russia is the
you
one
know,
who made the counters, and they put the card in there that screwed it up. We showed that video last year that showed when
tinfoil
they
hat.
actually put them in and put them back.
Tinfoil hat. Put on.
But right, like, so is that what his job is?
It's their job to monitor that.
Oh, come on, bro.
But why would we trust him?
Why would you trust the guy who punched you in the face last time?
That's true. He doesn't. And he's the same one that says our borders are safe. That
Oh, yeah,
we
they're
don't- we
good.
don't have terrorists coming over the
Arthur,
border.
how do you feel about that? The U.S. annual inflation surged to 3.4% in December as price pressures continue to be sticky across the marketplace, according to the Bureau of Labor and Statistics.
So it all looked great, right? Inflation went down, but now it's going back up.
Yep.
Where's it going to go? Let's see. It was
Yep.
11% last year, wasn't it?
I think that was the highest we
Here.
got.
See what happens. There is an election coming up, folks. So keep an eye
It'll
on
go
that.
back down. So,
So this is good for all you people that think the border's safe.
a known illegal immigrant charged with the vehicular homicide of a mother and son had already been deported multiple times in the past.
They say 4 times he was deported
Nice.
back in the country.
And he's just driving a car, killing people. It's really good.
This story I thought was interesting.
A federal judge has ruled Alabama can proceed with the planned execution of an inmate using nitrogen gas later this month. That's awesome.
First time ever using nitrogen gas.
That's awesome. How's
So,
that gonna work?
Basically, you asphyxiate.
It's kind of fucked up.
Well, that they're trying to overturn it because they're saying it's cruel.
Yeah, it's kind of fucked up.
Yeah. Is it any different than the electric chair?
No.
Really?
Well, we can't do it anymore. Is it laughing gas? Laughing gas is hydrogen.
Nitrous.
I don't know.
Isn't nitrous oxide laughing gas?
Maybe.
That's what I thought it was, nitrous oxide.
I don't know. There you go.
Kill them by laughing.
It's laughing gas. There you
Yeah,
go.
nitrous oxide is laughing gas. That's what I
Yeah.
thought. Yeah.
So different gas, still nitrogen, but different.
But this is
You
strictly
know.
nitrogen. So
Yeah, nitrogen gas.
That'll probably kill you.
That's crazy. That's
Probably
what
kill
you
you
use to
pretty quick.
weld. That's crazy.
Yeah, first time it's ever being used. So we'll see how that goes. What's wrong with
again-
lethal injection? Lethal injection, you just fall asleep. I mean, why not use that?
So if I'm the mom of the person who got killed and you killed my person,
You want to watch them
would
suffer.
I want you to suffer? Yes, but then we should just go back to the electric chair. Watch them flail around.
Can they use that? The guy goes to the smile with the people. Chuckle. It's a
There you
win-win.
go. Exactly. Just fill up the whole room. Just let everybody go.
Let
You're
everybody
good.
laugh when the guy.
Fine.
I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how that works out.
So it's supposed to be later this month.
Yeah.
I want to know, have they, I know this sounds fucked up, but have they tried it before? Like, how do they know that's even going to kill him?
I'm sure studies have been done by nitrogen poisoning and stuff. I'm sure.
How long is it going to
somebody's-
take? How long is he going to
I don't
gasp?
know.
How long is he going to, are you filling the room up? Are you sticking it out in his face? Like, what are you doing?
I'm sure they're going to put a mask on him. Instead of oxygen, they'll give him nitrogen.
I don't know.
Give him a cigarette. That'll help.
You're going to have other problems for other people in the
What
room.
was her name? Betty?
What's-
Whoever what was her name?
Susan, I think it
whatever her
was.
name
She's
was.
going to be the first one in space.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. I'm curious.
In
how that's
Alabama.
work out.
We're going to have to keep an eye on that.
Alabama.
Alabama, we got to keep an eye on that.
We'll
That
see.
might have to be.
We'll have to watch that
Update.
story. I'm curious. Yeah, because people are trying to overturn it right now, saying it will be.
That
criminal.
would be terrible.
I
Because
think
how
it-
long is it going to take? We've never done it before. Like,
Right.
is this a 5-minute
Is it
process?
quick?
Is this a
Yeah.
10-minute process? Because when you suffocate, it's a good amount of time.
Yeah, it's a horrible experience too. From what
Well, I
understand.
mean, you got there, so you kind of deserve it. But, like, are people going to be able to watch it?
Oh, I think people should be executed by the same crimes they committed. To be honest with
Oh,
you.
I'm cool with that
I
too.
mean, that should
Like,
be the
you
way it
shot
works.
somebody and
You
4
get
people
shot.
saw you, then
Yeah.
no. I think the family of whomever you shot gets to shoot you.
Yeah. Well,
And if they're really bad aim, then you have somebody who just takes you out.
there's a lot of morality questions in there, though. But we don't have much morality left in our.
Yeah,
in our
so why are we doing
society.
this?
So who knows? It may
Eye for an eye, right?
It may come to that.
Eye for an eye, right?
Depends how the elections go. It may come to that. Yeah, carbon dioxide does put you to sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It will eventually suffocate you if that's all you have to breathe in.
Yeah.
But it's a long process. It's not quick.
Oh no, it's monoxide. Yeah, carbon dioxide is a long time.
Okay.
I want justice. Mike says I like that. All right, so this is it's a little quiz on some processed foods and stuff like that. I figured I'd keep with the topic tonight. So what is the main purpose of food
To
processing?
make it gross.
Is it to increase nutritional value, to improve taste and flavor, to extend shelf life, or to reduce food waste?
Well, it's definitely not to increase nutritional value.
Definitely not. Well, some people probably like that kind of stuff. I don't know.
To increase nutritional value? No.
Oh, they said to improve taste. Sorry.
No, to increase nutritional value,
no.
definitely,
Definitely
not.
Definitely not.
Improve taste and flavor, sure. I mean, the broccoli could taste better with the bag cheese than it did with the fresh cheese. You never know.
It's possible.
Okay.
People like that kind of stuff.
Extend shelf life, 100%. Because that frozen broccoli will last forever.
I think reduced waste could be a contender too.
I
though,
know.
in a certain way. And
Hmm.
Jay agrees with me. He's the only one that agrees with me.
I
on
know.
that.
I
And
kind of think
everybody
it
else coming-
is.
everybody else is
Because
coming
you're
soon.
using all the parts of the chicken. Sorry. It truly, like, a hot dog is made out of the unmentionables.
Yeah, mentionables.
That-
All right, everybody's going C on this one. I kind of want to put up Mike's comment though. Technically, C and D they are the same. Really, it's to protect profits. I
Yeah.
mean, that's
I think I'm
probably
gonna
the
go D.
best answer up there.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go D.
You going D?
I think I'm gonna go D. Everybody else is going C except for me and Jay,
Yep.
and half of Mike.
Half of Mike's. Well, Mike initially said C, but all right. So what do you got?
So it is to extend,
Extend
shelf
shelf
life.
life,
Okay. Which of the following is a common preservative used in processed foods?
Mm.
Vitamin C, sodium benzenate, olive oil, or honey? Ooh. I'm going to go with the obvious sodium benzenate, but I'm interested now.
Yeah, I'd be interested if they actually used honey, right?
Well, honey is.
I don't think anybody does, but
So, honey is a natural anti inflammatory and it can actually help heal wounds.
right.
Anybody needs to know that, by the way. We get to that crazy time in life. So, but that wouldn't be a preservative.
That's true. Yeah, that's true. It's not a preservative.
So,
But-
honey does have cool
I
stuff.
think everybody's in
Everybody's
agreement with
gonna
you
go
on this
B.
one. Yeah, sodium benzenate.
Yep.
That is the answer.
I was going to be surprised it was vitamin C.
Right.
I'm like, oh, it's a good thing.
There's
Like,
something
you like
different.
that.
Or although I did read that they do put antioxidants into foods.
Because they
for
take them all out.
preservatives. Yeah, well, that's true too.
Take the real ones out and put some fake ones in.
So put some fake ones in. Yeah. Yeah. We should talk about the plastic rice on a episode one of
Oh.
these days. Sorry.
Well, and then about, crap, what is it? You put it in water and one floats and one doesn't. And the
Yeah.
one that,
The plastic floats.
yeah, and the rice. Yeah.
Yeah. That's good.
Good, thanks.
Oh, so I did a little thing about sodium benzoate. Sorry. Put it up there.
Sodium benzenate, also known as benzenate of soda.
Okay.
There's that. Is the sodium salt of benzenic acid widely used as a food preservative and a pickling? Oh, it's in pickles.
Probably.
It appears as a white crystalline chemical in the formula of C6H5COONA.
Hence there's your salt.
Yep.
Huh?
Yeah, because
Yeah.
it does the same on wounds and stuff. Yeah, it keeps
Yeah.
everything out, seals it in
Mm.
like plastic wrap.
What is the primary reason for adding artificial colors to processed food?
To make you want to eat it.
Again, to enhance nutritional content, to improve texture, to make food visually appealing,
Mhm.
to increase shelf life.
And C,
That's a pretty easy one, I think.
to improve texture.
Every color.
Really. And C.
Yeah, I think everybody's
Everybody.
probably going to agree.
Honey
with you
ham
on
time.
that
Oh
one.
my God, Mike, you're making me hungry.
I know, Mike. We're talking about potato cakes and ham. Well,
Oh, potato cakes and honey ham.
this is a show about food, so you know.
Do I have a ham still in the freezer?
I think you do.
Oh,
Thanks.
and it's cold.
Thanks, Mike.
We could have ham and
Appreciate it.
potatoes.
Ham and potatoes. I like that.
Oh, we're going to dinner with somebody. Gosh darn it. We can't do it tomorrow.
Okay.
We can take it out and we can do it Saturday.
All right. You put up the answer already?
Yeah.
Okay. I think everybody was in agreement.
We were on
that.
honey ham.
Which nutrient is often reduced during the processing of grains?
Mm.
Is it protein, fiber, vitamins, or minerals?
I don't know if rice has vitamins and minerals.
It's got to have minerals in it. Rice?
No, it's a rice.
Mm.
It's a grain. I'm gonna go fiber. I don't think rice has protein either. I'm gonna go fiber because
Going
rice is
fiber?
a fiber thing.
Okay. All right. So far, everybody's in agreement with everybody's going to be.
The bees. Do the bees have it? Oh, the bees have it.
I think,
Why are we
yeah.
delayed today?
No, a little bit.
Right? Like, wait a little bit. Look, we're just.
Oh, yeah. It is
Waiting.
delayed on there, huh? That's crazy. I wonder if we're having.
We're having technical difficulties.
It still hasn't changed on there.
Oh, we're frozen.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
That's not
Did they
good.
hear us?
That's not good.
Do we have check marks? Oh, we're done. You're done. Oh, we're done.
No, you froze. We lost you.
I'm gone.
We lost you.
Is my power on?
No, your computer's still on. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Hang on. We lost Lindsay.
Uh-oh.
Fibrosol sugar uptake, removing and make sugar spikes more likely. Huh.
Something went wrong on StreamYard.
Something went wrong on StreamYard for you.
It loves it has this duck and it's like something went wrong.
That's crazy.
Clearly. Well, it took forever to pull up, remember?
Yeah, I know. Are you guys still hearing us?
Are we good?
Are we good?
Need a service call? I do. Can we work on this?
Like, apparently they can hear us still.
So
That's interesting. Yeah, it just totally
it's
kicked you
gone.
off.
You're done.
Super slow.
Back to the lobby. Yep. No, I wasn't even in the lobby, Mike. Like done.
Oh, there you
Gone. Kicked out.
go. All right.
Hold on. We're not on. We're not streaming. Are we streaming? Don't add me yet till you know what you see.
I see.
Okay,
I
hold,
see
please.
the. Let's go back to the
Hold, please.
quiz.
Okay. Are we good?
All right.
Are we up? Just kidding. Need a service call?
Wow. Okay. Back up. Let's see if it's still slow.
I don't want to push a button now.
That's crazy. All right, go to the next one. We're almost done. We're halfway through. All right, there we go. It's responding.
Okay.
What is high fructose corn syrup commonly used for in processed foods? Is it a natural sweetener, color enhancement, preservative, or sweetening and flavoring agent?
Because if it was a sweetener, they wouldn't put in all the vitamins and Splendas and all that other crap.
And is it a natural sweetener?
Oh no.
Right. So it's not a natural
I
sweetener.
mean, it is from corn. So are we looking at it in that way?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but
So I actually think it's a color enhancer.
it's corn syrup is processed, so you're gonna have the processed corn syrup on the processed food. That works.
But then you add the high fructose in there too.
Oh, Jay's
With corn syrup.
Jay's going with C on this one. He's going with preservative.
I think it is. Oh no, I think it's a color. I don't
Well,
know.
the
why.
cat's going A, natural sweetener. Okay.
I'm gonna go B.
You got a lot of D's on
We're just
that.
all over the.
You're going B at color enhancement?
I'm gonna go color enhancement.
Are you really? Okay.
Why not?
All right, be different. Why
Can't
not?
be that simple.
Be different. It's a sweetening and flavoring agent. Yes.
Not natural sweetener.
Not natural. No.
We are delayed.
Oh, God, look at that. That's so weird.
Stop breaking it. My computer is like 100 years old, so
I know
it's
what's
fine.
going on with your computer.
I need a new computer.
What is the healthiest cooking method for vegetables to retain their nutrients? Is it boiling, frying, grilling, or steaming?
Oh, grilling is so good.
Grilling is good. It's delicious.
I'm gonna go grilling
You think so? Okay.
because so boiling, it's in water, it takes out all the crap. That's why your water changes colors.
Right.
Frying, I mean, is bad. But I don't know nutrient wise because you're not losing anything. The oil is sucking into the so maybe frying. Grilling, you're not doing anything to it. So I think that one might be the best. And then steaming, same thing. Your water still ends up a different color. So you're dripping stuff out.
But are you losing nutrients though?
I don't know. I'm assuming that color has stuff in it.
Possibly.
D, but C tastes the best. I'm with you. Grilled vegetables are yummy. Grilled zucchini is just delicious.
Yeah, it is delicious.
And our tomatoes with our peppers and stuff.
So we got a lot of D's going.
Now I
on.
want ham and vegetables.
We got a lot of D's up there.
I'm gonna go C.
You want to see?
I'm gonna go C.
All right. Everybody else is going
Jay's
D.
C with me.
When Jay's with you. Okay. Felipe likes C better. And it's still,
Pureed.
it's still lagging. Look at that.
It is no, it's
There you go. So
I was
it's
saying,
steaming.
oh, it's gonna kick us out. So it is steaming. Interesting. Because, like I said, our whole water changes color.
It does. Yeah. But maybe Do you think?
Maybe because it like flashed.
Maybe that's the food coloring from the broccoli coming out. They dye it green.
With the high fructose corn
Right.
syrup. Can't do it. Which snack is healthier choice for someone trying to avoid added sugars? Ew, none.
Potato chips, trail mix with nuts and dried fruits, chocolate bar, or fruit yogurt.
To avoid added sugars?
By the way, if you ever want to make homemade candy, do not buy 96% dark chocolate.
Somebody says that they want to put chocolate over pecans and they like dark chocolate. So they're going to get the 98% dark chocolate.
96.
It tastes awful.
It's disgusting. It's like,
Cardboard.
well, it is pure cocoa, but it's just, it's so
Tastes
bitter.
like dirt. It's so bad.
so bitter. It's
So-
disgusting.
That was an epic fail. But what does everybody say? What do you think? For someone trying to avoid added sugars, I honestly am going to go with potato chips
Are you really?
because you're not going to add sugars to potato chips. Trail mix with nuts are always going to be sugar. Your fruits are going to be dipped in sugar.
Okay.
Chocolate bar, of course, is going to have added chocolate because you're not eating your 96% whatever chocolate
Right.
bar. And fruit yogurt, all that fruit is sweetened. It's like pie mix.
Hmm.
Right? You with me on my craziness? I'm going to go A.
I am, but I don't agree with you.
No?
No.
But you also know the answers.
That's true. That's why I don't play. It is B. It did come back as
Really?
B, trail mix with nuts and dried fruits.
But your dried fruit, I'm going to have to go look at, I don't even have a bag of potato chips to look at.
But added sugars, though. I mean, you're not, the dried fruit's not going to, it's going to be the sugar that's in the
But
fruit.
they
right?
sugar
True.
like coat them.
I guess it depends on
sometimes.
what brand you buy. Because
Yeah, because I'm
I've
like,
had,
some of them sugar coat them, like
Yeah.
where your pineapples are rolled in sugar.
okay, no. Point taken.
Cocoa, what are those? Cocoa nibs? Cacao nibs? The hell is that?
Where do you see that?
So, Mike, third one up. Cacao nibs. It's pretty much 100% chocolate. Like cocoa? Never heard of it. No,
Huh. I have to
I'm
look
not
at
doing
that.
it. I don't like chocolate.
I know you don't like chocolate. But
What potential risk is associated with consuming foods containing high levels of preservatives? Increased nutrient absorption, reduced shelf life. What potential risk is associated, like to you?
yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Increased nutrient absorption. I don't think it's that. Reduced shelf life. So your reduced shelf life?
You're reducing your shelf life.
It's reducing your shelf life.
Yeah.
Allergic reactions or enhanced flavor. What risk is associated? You're going to risk enhancing your flavor on your reduced shelf life.
On your reduced shelf life.
Maybe you are going to. Oh, it moved on you.
It did move on me. I've heard of that too. I mean, cocoa powder in little quantities isn't bad, but you try sticking it in a chocolate bar, like a big chocolate bar, it's just, it's super bitter, like super bitter.
I'm good.
She had to drizzle some just regular
Chocolate chips. on it.
chocolate. Yeah. Just regular milk
didn't wanna
chocolate over it
waste
just to
it.
give it a little bit of sweetness to it. Cause it was, it was rough. I'm trying to be healthy, but I couldn't stomach that. I mean,
Yeah,
that was
I'm
tough.
good on all of it. That was all him.
Yeah, that was,
So I really want to do B,
you're going B?
reduced shelf
You
life.
like that answer, huh?
What is the potential risk of consuming too many preservatives? Reduce the shelf life.
Reduce your life.
Clearly, Felipe almost expired. Felipe, you're not dying on me. Allergic reactions.
It is allergic reaction for sure. 100%. You never know. I mean, look at all, you read all the chemicals.
Oh,
I mean, look at
it's-
all the shit you're putting
Well, and
in
then
your
they
body.
wonder why it contains milk. Well, are you sure it's really the milk that you're allergic to?
Right. Exactly.
Do you see everything else?
Guar gum, xanthan gum,
Come on now.
all those other shit. Sodium benzenate,
What is the role of antioxidants in food preservation? Enhance color. We really like enhanced color.
enhanced color.
Yeah,
Control
make that
pH.
broccoli green so you don't lose your color when you boil it.
When you boil it. Control pH.
Okay.
Delay oxidation.
Mm.
Improve texture. I'm not sure how antioxidants affect texture.
Hey,
but
we put in sugar to improve texture.
yeah, that's right.
So we'd like to enhance the color and improve the texture. Because, broccoli texture, it's just no good. Felipe says 9 because it sounds right. That's what I'm going with.
Yeah, kind of put 2 and 2 together. Antioxidant,
Oxidation, you know. No, I like improved texture.
Yeah, you know,
Y'all are gonna laugh if I'm right. I'm just saying.
I will laugh if you're right. I will 100%. I'll probably actually fall off the seat if you're right.
Please don't pee in the chair.
No, I'll just fall off the seat.
Delay oxidation.
It is 100%.
I mean,
All right.
enhanced color and improved texture sounds good.
Last question.
Big question. Wow. Which regulatory body is responsible for setting standards for additives and preservatives in the United States?
This should be pretty simple.
FDA, Food and Drug Administration, USDA, United States Department of Agriculture, WHO, World Health Organization, or EFSA, European Food Safety Authority.
Ooh.
Well, I mean, I feel like they should have whatever say we're doing in the US. Because they're the European Food Safety
Well,
Authority.
shouldn't
You
the
know?
WHO have it? Well, they do have all the say, but that's another show.
That's funny because I really was going to go with them. I know it's not right, but I know it is right.
Don't make me spit the
But
tea.
it's not right.
It's-
Please don't spit your tea out.
I know it's right, but it's not right.
Not right.
Same time.
So doesn't the FDA like do who's the one that does like ammo and stuff? Because it's somebody weird like that, and you don't think that they should be doing stuff like that.
That's the
Yep, those guys.
ATF. Sorry.
Yeah.
Jesus, I was having a brain fart. Alcohol, tobacco, and firearms. Jeez.
Because alcohol, tobacco go with firearms.
It does. It really does. You don't see the correlation.
I like Mike's answer. Very bottom
Bill
line.
Gates. Yeah.
F. Bill Gates.
100%. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Oh no,
lately.
it's what's his Mittens. I know you know who Mittens is. There's that meme he's sitting with the mittens.
Oh my God. I'm
That
going to
guy.
blank on everybody tonight.
Mittens. Nope, him. Okay.
That was right. It is the FDA.
See, it is F.
Not that they're not there.
DA,
It is F. It was not the
end.
WHO. So
but it is.
it is. Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
All right, everybody. Thanks so much for joining us tonight. Hope you guys enjoyed this show. It was a little bit different for us. It was a lot of fun making our 2 videos with cooking. If you didn't watch parts 1 and 2, go back and check it out. for
Don't
sure.
watch 2. There may have been an accident in the kitchen.
And for those of you just joining us on the show, never seen us before, please go like, share, and subscribe either on YouTube or Rumble. We are eventually going to try to get on Rumble only.
I thought you were going to say it
that's-
and get us,
No. So that is coming in the future. I actually think in the next couple of weeks, we're probably just going to slim down to YouTube and Rumble and stop doing Facebook and Twitter because we want to get people more driven towards either YouTube or Rumble. So
I mean, I'm cool with that. One of them's going to kick us off. So that's
one of us is
cool.
going to kick us off, and then it's going to be no
Only
choice after that.
one.
So hey, makes our
So,
job
hey,
a
we'll
lot
all
easier.
be set.
Exactly. All right, guys. Well, have a great weekend. We'll see you next week. Next week, we're probably going to talk about some of the health effects of these
Some of those
additives to the food.
things.
So
We are trying to get a nutritionist or somebody on, and we can't really set up times and get everything lined up.
yeah,
So
it's been a little bit
been
difficult
a little tricky.
finding people. But if you know a nutritionist that wants to jump on the
That's
show, with
available
us,
on Thursday.
let us know.
That'd be
'cause
great.
We'll have to have them on. So, all right, guys. We'll see you next week.
Have a good weekend.
Adios.
Bye.